Hi everyone, let's take a quick look at the official images of the Eiffel Tower released by Lego Shop at Home just now. So this is one of the biggest sets that's going to be released by Lego. So this is set number 10307. Okay, it has 10,001 pieces. I'm not sure if that's intentional. I think it is. And it's going to retail for 555 pounds, which might also be intentional. So that's pretty cool. So first of all, this is such an amazing set. I think there's no way around this. If you look at it from afar, you wouldn't even notice that this is a Lego set. Like, this is such an intricate build that you really have to get closer, like, really zoom in literally in order to see that, okay, this is a brick build stuff. This is that good. On the other hand, the price is pretty outstanding as well. I think in the US it's probably upwards of $600. Honestly, for a toy, even for a display model, this is pretty ridiculous price. But what you're getting is a monumental achievement by Lego in creating what is perhaps the tallest sets of all time, 149 centimeters, 59 inches, with a base of 23 times 23 inches, 57 times 57. So that's substantially larger than the footprint of a modular building for sure, I think. And of course, much, much taller. I think a Daily Bugle would absolutely dwarf in size, maybe only half of that height, maybe a little bit more than half the height, if I remember correctly. But yeah, there's just no getting around how amazing this achievement itself is. Forget about whether or not you think this set is worth, $600 or more than 550 pounds. This thing itself is simply amazing. It is good. It is great. It is one of the greatest things that Lego has ever done throughout its 90 years of history. But yeah, enough of that. The box is pretty standard, I think, for these 18 plus sort of icon sets, and it's pretty iconic for sure. So I don't think there's much to say about the 360 because ultimately everything is symmetrical. It's a square base build with all four sides supposedly the same. So yeah, but this is absolutely amazing. As you can see, it's very sort of picturesque, very nice. And I think there are four sections in total. So you can see there's the base and also some really nice greeneries, which is quite good and much needed for this type of set to sort of diversify the colors, because most of the set would obviously be these sort of gray pieces, which can at times seem a little bit boring. And I think the greenery is definitely a necessary feature. It is necessary for the real thing, for the source material, and it's also necessary for the Lego model. So I think that's done pretty well. I do wonder if it makes sense to place sort of nano figures to sort of scale it to show how massive this set is, to have some perspective. But I'm not sure if the scale is correct. So, but I do think it's an interesting idea. I do look forward to someone trying. And then yeah, there are four sections. This is the second section. Yeah, I think it's a little bit weird that like these pieces don't connect. I mean, my impression is that they should connect, but that just I'm not familiar with the Eiffel Tower. I've only seen it once in person, and obviously I have not. I'm definitely not invested in the source material as much as a lot of people out there. But I do find it a little bit strange that um, you know, they don't doesn't connect fully, because this is supposed to be sort of a structural design sort of thing, right? It's supposed to hold the weights. But yeah, I could be wrong. Again, I could be wrong. I haven't like revisited the real thing, the actual source material, and seen how it all comes together. But yeah, maybe it's just an architectural quirk or something else. But the fact that it holds itself up, that it's able to hold itself up, it's a monumental achievement in and of itself, regardless of whether there's gap or no gap, or whether everything connects, it's bonded together. Doesn't matter. It looks good. It looks good from afar. It looks reasonably okay once you zoom in, which is always the case with these sort of brick-based display models. It always looks better from afar. When sometimes you don't want to see the studs. Some people like the studs, and that would be up to individual preferences. Yeah, so these are I suppose the lifts leading up to the top of the tower. I really like this shot. It gives me some really nice vibes. It's almost like looking into a mirror or something. It's something surreal even. But this really is a picture taken from below, and you can see all the structural details, and also just a very very sophisticated angle, I say, in looking into all the structural designs, and it all fits very nicely together. So this is the third section, which is obviously a little bit narrower, but I do think that in real life this is still going to look absolutely massive. And then of course the top, I like the brick build flag, national flag. That's very nice. Obviously everything here should be printed. If there is anything to be printed, it should be printed. I don't expect there to be any stickers, and I haven't seen any. And yeah, it can be separated into 4 sections and put together, as was the case for the source material when it was constructed. It was put together like this, a little bit like a brick build thing, right? So in that sense, it's very accurate. So again, the dimensions, 149 centimeters, absolutely huge, absolutely tall, very tall. Might even be taller than certain people. Certainly taller than your average kids. So this probably is something that you shouldn't be placed around kids, I don't think. But I think it'll be reasonably safe. But as always, brick build things are inherently finicky. So I wouldn't put it past it that a child could knock it over or something, which is definitely something to bear in mind. So yeah, some lifestyle photos showing you really how it all comes together. Of course, I wish I had such a tall ceiling that would be very comfortable in accommodating everything that this set has to offer. Obviously, the space would be another issue. But yeah, it looks good. It looks good in a very spacious environment. Well, it will look good anywhere, really, but it's all about whether you have the space, and of course the heights, and yeah, the space in general, I'd say. So yeah, of course it looks really good from afar. And yeah, okay, I don't know, I really need to refer to the source material to see whether it really is the case that these crosses don't connect to the main building on all sides. I don't know. It could be the case, but I'm not sure. Again, I don't know if Lego could have done any better with this. But I do think they should connect. The fact that they don't is a little bit concerning, but it holds itself up. So what else can I say? Like, yeah, maybe that's the only flaw, really. Yeah, just to revisit that photo a little bit. I don't. Yeah, especially this section here, these sections here in the middle. I just don't think they look very good. I mean, obviously, I set a very high bar because this is so expensive. It has to be absolutely perfect. Anything less than perfection is going to be a little bit annoying. But I think on the whole, this is a fantastic model. That said, now we look at the price. Like £555. Seriously, it's not a joke. It is the real price, and I do think it's worth it. For 10,000 pieces for such a monumental achievement by Lego, but it's not for the average folk. It's not for people who don't love the source material. It's not for people who are not old enough to build this, because this is going to be a I wouldn't say difficult, wouldn't say it's impossibly difficult, but it certainly would be a huge challenge for any builder. It's going to be tedious, I suppose, if you have to do all these repetitive building, building processes. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, for me, this is not a set for me, but I do think for people who like source material, who want to experience it in the first hand, you wouldn't be disappointed, because this is really is as good as it gets. As far as the current, I think, Lego inventory and technique and design is concerned, this is the best they could have done, and you're getting the best out of Lego for more than £550, which is which is exactly what you would expect. Yeah, I'm sorry I have to keep on repeating this. I don't know. I've seen some pictures and I'm not convinced that this is how it looks, how the source material looks. Yeah, I mean, do leave a comment if you think this is something that bothers you or not. If it isn't something that bothers you, then that's fine. Tell me that. And in any case, I'm not going to get it. Way too much for people like me who isn't emotionally invested in the source material. This is the UCS sort of thing. This is UCS kind of thing, and this is almost 4 times as expensive as a modular, especially post 2022, obviously. So, well, I'd rather get, let's say, 2 of the other icon sets than this Eiffel Tower. There's nothing to do with how good this set is. It's just because it's expensive, and they're a better place to spend my money. And I think the same goes with a lot of other people. But this is an absolutely amazing set, and for people who want to have it, who are interested in having a set like this, you couldn't go wrong with this. Yeah. So I think, yeah, there's not much more to say. What you see is absolutely amazing. And if you like it from the pictures, I think you'll love it in person. I think I will love it a lot more when I see it in person, as is always the case with a lot of these Lego sets. But I wouldn't get it because it wouldn't be sensible to do so, and I don't think it would be sensible for a lot of people to do this, because ultimately this is a very niche set targeting a very niche clientele. people who have a lot of money to spend on Lego, whether it's as a hobby, as play sets, as display sets, as things of beauty. This is definitely a thing of beauty for sure. A very expensive one, a museum piece, I would call. Something that you visit a museum, visit a rich friend's house, and then you see this. Oh, this is absolutely amazing. I wish I had something like that, but I wouldn't get it, not in a million years, because this is not who I am. Something like that, make your own story. But the point here is that this is not something for the regular folk. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with Lego releasing this set. I'm sure they have done their marketing research and know that there's demand. And the old set, the old Eiffel Tower set really does go for a lot of money. So I think they see that and maybe they think there's something going on here, that they can take advantage of as a profit-making business, as they should, right? Otherwise they would go out of business. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say about this set. Great set, but I think most of us will be priced out by it. It comes out on the 25th of November, so Black Friday, I think. So if you have the money, have the means, nothing wrong with getting it. I'm sure you'll love it. For people like me, I'll come visit you. I'll come visit people who have that set and maybe take a look at it and admire its beauty, and which is amazing, which is quite staggering. It's a staggeringly beautiful thing. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you again very soon.